Hi everybody, it's Mama D. Welcome to my channel, Mama D Reacts. And I wanted to kind of just touch bases with you. I saw an article in Entertainment Weekly that was released 3 days ago, and it was an interview with The Walking Dead's, Chief Content Officer, Scott GIMPLE. And it answers a lot of questions. I know we heard that they were going to be coming out with a movie trilogy, but we haven't heard anything else for ages. So this is an interview they did with him a couple days ago, and it's a little bit revealing and kind of gives us a little bit better timeline. They said the movie would be released in 2020, but what I'm looking at here, I don't see that happening. I'm not a movie maker, never have been, but I think it takes more than a couple months to make a movie. So I was just going to review some of these questions. It has been more than a year since you announced you would be making a Rick Grimes Walking Dead movie. Do you have a time frame in place in terms of shoot dates and locations already locked, or at least close to locked? And GIMPLE says, we have a couple of different plans that we're going with depending on a couple of different factors we have to deal with on everything from story to product aspects. There have been a lot of different aspects to it in terms of timing that are pretty much coming into rapid focus right now. I would say the past year in a lot of ways has been R&D, which is research and development, on a lot of aspects of it. So that means they are not filming, they don't, it's not going to be this year. Next question was, where is the script? Where are you with that? And GIMPLE says, we are currently refining it. I don't want to say more on that. It's coming together amazingly, but we're trying to make this very special for everybody involved, and we're holding our feet to the flames. It's an incredibly deliberate process right now. Next question, do you have a director for the film yet? And GIMPLE says the director has not been chosen for this film. All right, so you're not going to get it in 20. It's impossible. In that little teaser, you showed a Comic-Con in July. It said only in theaters. What does that mean? Is there anything you can tell us about the theatrical window? Because obviously it's AMC, but you've got Universal and Skybound, so there are all these entities involved. And GIMPLE says this is a movie that's going to be watched in the movie theaters. Eventually you won't need a movie theater to see it, but more in line with how movies work. So they stay in the theaters for a couple of weeks, months, or whatever, and then they go to other venues. Next question. So this is not a situation where it screens in theaters, but then a few days later airs on AMC. And he said, no, this is a theatrical film. Yes, there's AMC, there's Universal, there's Skybound. They are a lot of parties working together to cook up something special. Next question, is the plan still for 3 films? And he said, yes, but we are still playing with things. That's the plan right now. All right, so I guess if it doesn't do well, they may not have 2 and 3. I guess we'll see on that. We know it's Michonne's last season. Is Denai Guerrera going to be a part of the film in any way? And GIMPLE says, I don't want to get ahead of The Walking Dead. I don't want people already looking to what Michonne might or might not be doing next. She has an amazing story coming up on The Walking Dead that informs everything moving forward. All right, so we'll find out something then. But I don't want to go ahead of that. We worked real hard on that. Next question, what about the other people in the Walking Dead universe? I'm thinking about Heath or other people that we haven't seen in a little while that might potentially be popping up in terms of some surprise. And GIMPLE says, I can't even give you a definitive thing because we really are playing around with it a little bit now. We have a terrific area and direction we're moving in, but we're playing around with various aspects of it. Next question, what can you say narratively about Rick? We saw him going off in the helicopter. What can you say about where the story is going now? And GIMPLE says, we're going to continue to tell Rick's story, and we are going to discover so much of the world through that story. Rick will be challenged in different ways that in some ways everything that he's been through has sort of prepared him for. It's a much larger world than one that we had been operating in, and that was challenging in and of itself. Now things are heightened, and just as we're going into the movies, and it is the movie proper, suitably widescreen, we're going to be filling the screen with a brand new world. Ooh, that sounds cool. The next question I was going to ask you about in terms of the production elements, how is the scale different? How is your budget different? The scale is bigger and the budget is bigger, and it's The Walking Dead, both in the narrative themes, but also in just what we see on screen. I say heightened because I should also say it's also very different. It's not going to be the exact same thing as we saw on television, just larger. We are going in some wild new direction. And movies are a different beast than television. Television is like, boom, we're done. Movies, to calibrate an hour and a half or 2 hours is no joke. And it's been a lot of fun, but it's a real challenge, and we take it very seriously for the fans. We really want to deliver them something special, something worth their trip to the movies. We're trying to be very deliberate and deliver something new. So that sounds really awesome, and it obviously sounds like they're nowhere near done. They haven't even started. Obviously haven't started filming, I don't think. They don't even have a director. So we're talking probably late 21, if that. So I was just trying to keep you updated on what I saw here. I think there's another couple interviews with him. This is just part 1. So when I find see the next one pop up, I will bring that to you, and we can get this information together. All right. So if you haven't subscribed, please do, and click the bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace out.